Hi everyone, and it's been exactly over 1,144 days since when the next upcoming Mass Effect game was revealed to us by Bioware via the 2020 Game Awards. And I thought it would be cool to revisit this trailer and break it down for everyone once again, as through making Mass Effect content this past year, a lot of people still haven't watched this trailer and don't even know it exists, which is a bit mind-blowing to me, but here we go. Now, this trailer was amazing at the time, and it still makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside when rewatching it occasionally to do videos and just in my personal spare time. Now, the trailer itself is very mysterious and jam-packed with loads of little Easter eggs throughout the entire Mass Effect series, but it's here where it becomes really interesting. We see Liara T'Soni walking through the snow-covered planet across dead and dormant Reapers, which is confirmed by Bioware themselves on Twitter. She finds an N7 armor piece and then pans up to reveal Mass Effect will continue. Now, first off, where is Liara here? Well, there's been tons of speculation on my channel as well as from the entire Mass Effect community, and some have said Earth, but for me, this shot right here in the trailer disproves this, as we can see moons or planet-like spheres in the background of the planet and in orbit of this icy planet, and the last time I checked, Earth only has one moon. Now, there's also the theory of this planet potentially being the planet Alchera. This was the crash site of the original Normandy from Mass Effect 2's side quest, and the skybox as well as the planet's overall art style and temperatures all look very similar, but this may not be Alchera either, as the crash site in the area of the planet it actually required protective gear during certain times of the year. More from, the actual cold weather conditions itself. You actually required to wear an oxygen mask as well as a helmet to survive in these conditions. And in the trailer we don't see Liara wearing a mask or a helmet, which may disprove this, but again we're not too sure at this current moment in time. I've also heard people throw around Novera from Mass Effect 1, which is an interesting theory, but again, it's something that, BioWare needs to prove themselves. As for what she's picking up, well, this is indeed the N7 armor piece from the default N7 armor seen worn by Commander Shepard in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. However, this may not be an indication or, confirming the fact that this is actually Shepard's armor. But then why would Liara be on a random planet? Could she be searching for something or someone? Perhaps she's gone there specifically to find that N7 armor. I feel like Liara's searching for Shepard or even the armor or even the N7 character, the brand new one that we saw in the brand new N7 Day 2023 trailer. Would give this shot a bit more context and meaning if she's actually going after someone or something. Is Liara searching for Shepard? And she even looks happy to see this armour, perhaps even getting that warm familiar feeling when seeing it, with memories of the original trilogy flooding back in for Liara. Again, we're going to have to wait and see. In the background of this shot, we also see potentially the new crew or squad mates for the next Mass Effect game. Zooming in, these look like to be potentially a Salarian, human, and a Krogan. As for the vehicle, well, we currently know this is the XT-8 Mudskipper, which is obviously seen in the trailer flying towards the planet. This vehicle is going to be a planet-to-air ground vehicle which could be customizable in-game, but we'll have to wait and see, as it may be something like the Normandy and the Tempest where we can actually explore this vehicle. This vehicle was also shown off in concept art from 2020 and 2021, showing off the vehicle in a different setting with what looks like to be a Salarian, Drell, potentially an Angara or potentially even a Ralloy, and even a human on the other side. Could these be our new squad mates? Only time will tell. As for when this takes place, well, this gets really tricky, and to do with the overall timeline and lore, it gets very muddy indeed. Back in 2020, we had this clip taken from a Game Informer journalist who said she actually spoke directly with Bioware at an event when the reveal trailer was announced at the Game Awards. Here's the clip.
And I feel like if you're interested in the future, obviously we know Liara's much older. I would put her at now around 800 years. Given off the trailer, and also I've confirmed that she's much older with the Bioware devs as well. So we know it's very much set in the future. And so I feel like the ending of the...
Now, to my knowledge at least, we've never actually had Liara's age or the time setting of this trailer officially confirmed by Bioware themselves. So the validity of this clip and the journalistic integrity of this journalist here is put very much into question, as there's no source. I myself have actually reached out to the woman in this clip asking for answers, and because, I'm quite a small YouTuber, I didn't get a reply. And again, I'm not saying that I want people to go flood her with questions and comments, but I think it is something that needs to be brought up. If there was indeed a source, we need to see that source. We have had evidence for this next game taking place in both Andromeda, with the N7 2023 Day Andromeda distress signal, as well as we've also had evidence to suggest that this next game could take place in the Milky Way, either in the far future or shortly after Mass Effect 3's ending. Liara is here, but to me at least she does look a bit older in this trailer. She has more noticeable wrinkles and blemishes on her face, but again, this could be either that how this trailer was rendered and put together. Again, it's a very odd thing to be speculating about without any backing, and we currently don't know how old Liara is in this shot, but if you had to ask me, I think that Liara is indeed quite a considerable amount of time older. I think she has aged quite a bit here. Could we see Liara in her matriarch stage? Again, we'll have to wait and see. At the start of the trailer, it begins with the opening shot. Here we get to see both the Andromeda Galaxy as well as the Milky Way galaxies together in view, with the camera very interestingly panning from the Andromeda Galaxy to the Milky Way galaxy. Could this be Bioware subtly hinting at or telling us that we're actually going from Andromeda to the Milky Way in this new game, with this new game indeed taking place in the Milky Way galaxy? Who knows? But this could also be Bioware telling us that for the first time ever we could see a dual galaxy map of some kind, which by the way I have talked about on the channel before, and I do have a video dedicated to that theory coming out very soon. Perhaps letting us play and travel between both locations in the Andromeda Galaxy and the original trilogy with the Milky Way Galaxy. The only thing stopping this would be the fact that it took the Andromeda Initiative over 600 years to travel to the Andromeda Galaxy from in between Mass Effect 2 and 3. So if this is indeed a dual galaxy game, then it would most likely need to take place in the far future for it to work in terms of travelling from Andromeda to the Milky Way. I have heard people throw around time travel, but to me that gets in the realm of being a bit silly. We then see the trailer panning and moving through the entire galaxy, playing audio from things like the Apollo 11 moon landing. Interestingly enough, a lot of people actually don't know this. I have talked about this before, and a lot of people in the comments don't know this, but the male stargazer from Mass Effect and Mass Effect 3's sort of post-credit scene is actually voiced by Buzz Aldrin, who I've got to be honest, that's a really nice little Easter egg, and obviously he was the second man to land on the moon, so I just think that's a really cool Easter egg, and who knows, we might even see Buzz Aldrin or maybe even some other spacefaring real-life people appear in the next game. We'll have to wait and see. We also hear audio from the War of the Worlds 1938, the First Contact War, the Reaper War from Mass Effect 3, and even Arc 6 is away, Godspeed. In the context of Mass Effect, this is a clear reference to the Andromeda Initiative, further reinforced with the Godspeed quote. This is confirmed via Michael Gamble via Bioware on Twitter. This is actually from Mass Effect Andromeda. This audio is taken directly from the introduction of the Tempest, which is the main ship in Mass Effect Andromeda. Although there is a point of contention regarding what exactly is Arc 6. In Mass Effect Andromeda we see 5 arcs and we have to go through the game essentially saving each arc. Arc 6 could either be the Kila Siyar, which is actually the missing Quarian arc, which a lot of people at the time were theorising was going to be a sort of I guess cancelled DLC for Andromeda, which then turned into its own novel, or it could even be a brand new, unintroduced arc for this upcoming game. We then see loads of space debris with what even looks like to be a destroyed Ark or Citadel. Again, this depends on currently where this takes place. We then hear the iconic Bioware, then being the sneaky little devils they are, knew exactly what they were doing here. Not only do we see derelict Reapers on the icy planet, but we also get to see here, we get to hear one essentially, which could be a teaser of the Reapers returning in some fashion in the next game. Now for me, this trailer is very special. I'd only started playing Mass Effect for the first time ever in 2019, with them playing the entire trilogy and Andromeda twice, and then the day after my second playthrough of Mass Effect Andromeda and I 100%ed it, I was then greeted with not only this trailer from the Game Awards, but the reveal of the Legendary Edition as well. And although it seems that we may have a very long time to wait for the next Mass Effect game, and we may have, a bit longer to wait to see our favourite Asari back in action, I'm incredibly excited for what Bioware have been cooking in the background, and I just hope that Bioware get all the time they need and that Mass Effect can once again reach the heights of its predecessors with the original trilogy. Anyway everyone, that's the video. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think about the original trailer for the reveal of the next Mass Effect game? Did you watch it at the time? Did you react to it? And tell me what you think about the trailer in general. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Mass Effect and Bioware and gaming goodness on the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. The Discord chat is in the description of this video, as well as my own Twitter link. Go follow me on Twitter, I talk about Mass Effect all the time. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.